business is Mix to Fix. It's a company with fiberglass repair and fiberglass creation. Being an avid surfer, constantly are digging your fiberglass surfboards. Last summer I hit some rocks and realized it was time to figure out my own way of fixing these boards, avoid the high prices and low quality of local surf shops. So I began to sample materials, contacted friends who I knew who were already into the trade, and they taught me the skills, and I was able to figure out a way to produce really high quality repairs. Over the years, doing fiberglass repairs and working with materials, I began to fine tune the craft and figured out more efficient ways and other things to do with the materials. And not only surfing repairs, my friend and I, who were constant skateboarders, constantly beating up the tails of our boards. And prior to working with fiberglass, I never had an idea of how to fix this. So we figured out that by taking chunks of the nylon fabric, chopping it up and mixing it up in a pure batch of resin that cures at a high temperature, so by adding a lot of catalyst, putting it in the hot sun, we were able to use Scotch guard or Scotch tape to fill up the dam around the back of the tail. By pouring the resin in this dam we created, we were able to let it cure and hold the shape of a brand new tail, creating a perfectly sound board, just as good as new. Much like the surfacing or the fiberglass repairs of the surfboard evolved into skateboard repairs, skateboard repairs actually evolved into refinishing the entire bottom of the skateboard, creating a whole new original look. And we figured this out by sanding down some old boards and applying a complete new finish by adding pigments into the resin, so making all sorts of colors. And I remember the first deck we made, I laid down these colors and I had no idea how to do it, nothing cured properly. But I finished it and it came out horribly. And so later that day I sanded the thing completely down, and the same day it was finished, back to what it was. And I laid down a whole new piece of nylon and figured out the pigments. I remember I laid down some first stripes, and I realized that by squeegeeing stripes was really easy to create smooth lines. So that became a theme in my board since then. Just using stripes and keeping it simple through the clean lines. Right now I'm working out of my garage. Because of my financial issues right now, I'm not able to afford a proper workplace. And even if I were able to afford a proper workplace, it's very difficult because the government has imposed very strict ventilation laws in the building because some of the materials are highly toxic. And these same materials are also incredibly expensive to buy. And while being a student, I'm not able to work a full-time job, so I'm not able to fully dive into my projects. And I have to go through places, I go through Tap Plastics mainly, and I'm sure their products are way marked up. And if I were to go to a wholesale supplier, I'd have to buy gallons and gallons of resins, and they'd cure before I had the time to even use them. So I'm stuck as a small business working out of the garage, and I have to go to the local shop and pay the markup price. Because of the decks being so time consuming and costly to build, they're pretty much available only to a small group. Some of them consider themselves the connoisseurs of the sport. And most of those people know how to ride the decks. And so when you supply the proper people with the proper piece of equipment, you're able to create a perfect advertisement. And I remember I put my friend out on the deck, and he said he was stopped the whole way down the sidewalk, and I had his girlfriend even wanted the deck, so just by sheer exposure of the right people riding the right product, through referrals of these people, I've created a small clientele, and people that know what I create. Recently, my friends and I, we've been riding our skateboards a lot. We created a development team because we decided that we needed to take this idea and this high quality work we've been producing to a whole different realm. And I came up with the idea of, well, recently I went to the mountains and went skiing, and I stumbled upon my grandfather's old ski kite. Which is this Kevlar material, and you strap it onto your ankles and on your wrists. You fly down a mountain and it creates a parachute effect. And you're able to control your speed, and it actually trains style and technique perfectly. And I thought about these things, which apparently have been banned from the mountain, but only on certain ski resorts. And I tried them out down the mountain and realized that within a couple of days my skiing had already improved. And I thought I could take the same thing to skateboarding and maybe figure out a way to attach the training device or even a style trainer onto the skateboarder, and he's able to ride down the hill on a board that's compatible with holding up the sail. And this could create a whole different way to learn skateboarding and to refine your skills. Kites haven't been available in America for over 40 years. We're going to have to manufacture our own. And this is where I will call my brother, who's master at sewing, and also adding nice aesthetics to the kite. So by providing a nice craftsmanship and carrying it over from the skateboard to the surfboard repairs, and into the sewing of these kites and manufacturing of a product which hasn't been available in America for many years, it's going to make a very desirable product to people who are looking for the nostalgic era of the ski kite and have some fun with it today.